What's up guys, it's Fanape here. Now, as you can probably see from the title of this video, this is going to be an anime video where I go over the actual big three, that being Naruto, Bleach and One Piece, versus the new big three. And some of you may be thinking, do you honestly believe that there is a new big three? No. But for context of this video, I'm kind of making a new big three based on the sales and what people think is popular in the anime community. So you're maybe wondering which anime people consider the new big three? Well, to me, what people consider the new big three is Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, and My Hero Academia, because I'm basing it based on sales as well as popularity in the anime community.
So I'm going to be breaking member of the big three apart, and then going to go over its pros, its cons, basically everything necessary to finally decide which of the big three I personally believe is better. The actual big three or the fan-made big three. I'm sure you can guess where I'm going with this, but let's have a little bit of fun, shall we? Be sure to let me know down in the comment section below if you enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. If you're a new gen or an old gen anime fan, which of the big three is your favourite? If you prefer the old big three or the new big three? And if you have any video suggestions for the future, be sure to let me know down in the comment section below. So without further ado, let's get into the video! Now, I'm going to be going over the life lessons first, because as we all know, anime teaches you life lessons that you can take away from and learn from it in the real world. Because, let's be honest, that's probably the one thing that anime does that actual TV doesn't. All you anime haters can go back to your Keeping Up with the Kardashians and all that other bullcrap. We'll keep the actual good shit with us. So, let's go over life lessons, starting off with the actual big three. And the anime that I'm going to be kicking things off with is Naruto. Everybody knows that Naruto's life lessons hit hard. Let me run down some of my personal favourite life lessons that you can learn from Naruto. No one's destiny is ever set in stone. No one is ever alone. It's always possible to be redeemed. Like, you can always redeem yourself no matter how far you've fallen. Revenge doesn't make your life better. Just ask Sasuke. Don't get stuck in the past. Improvement doesn't happen overnight. Taking the easy path in life to achieve your goals is always meaningless. There are so many other life lessons from Naruto that I absolutely adore. For example, you should never judge someone for doing something that society believes is wrong. Let's take this for example. Do you remember when Kakashi goes over people who break the rules are scum, but people who abandon their friends are even worse than scum? That's precisely what I mean, because of the fact that his father abandoned his mission in order to save a friend. Like, he put his friendship before his mission, and because of that, people look down on him. That's a perfect example of what I mean. Alright, now to go over some One Piece. Now, One Piece definitely teaches you some great life lessons. It's debatable or not whether the life lessons you learn in One Piece hit harder than the ones in Naruto, but it's up in the air. One Piece's life lessons mainly revolve around dreams. You should always follow your dreams, no matter how ridiculous or bizarre it is. Your dreams have no limit, and your dream will never end, basically. Never stop dreaming. Always believe in your dreams, and always follow them, no matter to what extent. Whether you start from nothing or start from somewhere, taking the first step is the most important part, no matter what kind of scenario you may be in. It's all about taking the first step. Now, One Piece also covers some great life lessons such as discriminative and racism is not tolerable, and you should never, ever do that sort of thing, and never be around people who do that sort of thing. So, it's completely unacceptable and inexcusable to do that sort of thing in the real world. And to finish things off, we have Bleach. Bleach's life lessons are definitely fewer in my opinion, but they still hit hard. For example, there's always hope in people. You should always try and find the best version of people and bring them out. Not to mention the fact that we learned that the deceased are never truly gone. The deceased people are still with you, no matter if it's their spirits lingering around you or the memories you make in your heart with them. They're always with you, no matter what happens in your life. And also, don't forget that old grudges don't define who you are as a person. Like, you have to let the grudges go in order to evolve, and never let grudges define who you are. Now I'm going to be going over the new big three. So, starting things off, we have Demon Slayer. I didn't actually know that Demon Slayer taught really good life lessons until I did the research into it. And, to be fair, I do see the life lessons that Demon Slayer teaches. For example, appreciate what you have before it's gone. Good example of that is Tanjiro's family getting slaughtered. So yeah, make sure to appreciate what you've got. Don't be afraid to protect what's important to you. Another good example of this, Tanjiro protecting his little sister. Success takes time. If you can do one thing, hone it to perfection. Like, that definitely is a great example of a great life lesson. Not everything is black and white, and if you want to move forward, you have to put the past behind you. Those are some pretty good life lessons. Alright, for the next anime, we are going to go over Jujutsu Kaisen. One main thing I learned from Jujutsu Kaisen is use your own strength to help others whenever you can. That's basically the way of the martial artist, if you really think about it. The martial artist always protects others as well as themselves with our own power, only if provoked first. So, yeah, I can understand that on a spiritual level. Know your purpose before going on a journey. That's another good one. Be confident in yourself and your own skills. And take responsibility for your own choices and live with them. Those are the main highlights from Jujutsu Kaisen. But there are some other ones I could have mentioned, but this video is going to take a while if I do. So those are just some of the main ones from Jujutsu Kaisen. And now we're going to be going over My Hero Academia. Everyone can be a hero, as you can tell from that poster behind me there. Be your own hero. So yeah, everyone can be a hero in their own way. Hard work can make up for almost anything. Just take Deku for example. Even great talent needs to be honed. Like, if you think about it, Bakugo for example. In the first couple seasons, he refused to use his firepower because of the fact that he hated his dad, and he just only wanted to use the ice power that came from his mother, because his mother was the only one who actually gave a shit about him. And he only used his ice power, but when he was fighting Deku, he realised his ice power alone isn't going to be enough, and then thought to himself, hey, this power is mine, it's not my dad's, so I can do it as much as I want, and not have anything to do with my dad. So then, he had to use his firepower in order to get a chance to stand up to Deku. And then he had to learn his firepower from his dad, so that way he kind of reconciled with his dad. So that's a nice little memento, if you ask me. Everyone must be recognised for their own unique skills and gifts. So yeah, that's definitely a great life lesson from My Hero. There are definitely a lot more in My Hero that I could go over, but this video would get hella long, so that's where I'll leave it off. All of these anime teach amazing life lessons. Every one of them teaches people very valuable life lessons that they can take away and use in the real world. Like, if I were to say which one teaches the best life lessons, it's honestly hard to say, because each one individually teaches very valuable life lessons. If I were to pick the one that like goes over the most life lessons in today's society, I would probably say One Piece, because of the fact that there is still a lot of discrimination, racism, and not many people believing in their dreams. Not to mention the fact that it's still challenged quite a lot in today's society that One Piece goes over and teaches us that everything will be okay in the end if we just follow the life lessons that One Piece teaches us. So, to me, I would say that individually, One Piece teaches the best life lessons. If I were to pick numbers 2 and 3, I'd say number 2 would be Naruto. Number 1, that's a tough one. I would probably say Jujutsu Kaisen, but that's just my personal opinion. So yeah, based on that, I would probably say that the actual Big 3 teaches you more valuable life lessons than the new Big 3. But that's just my opinion. I think that every single one of these anime teaches us extremely good life lessons. And honestly, I hope people that watch this video take the lessons that we learn from these anime and adapt them into their everyday lives. Next up, I'm going to be going over which anime had what impact on the whole anime community when they first came out. So starting off with Naruto, the first thing that comes to mind when it comes to Naruto is that they set a brand new standard when it comes to action anime. Like, a good example is this: every fight scene, they set a brand new standard. A good example of this is definitely Rock Lee versus Gaara. Holy hell, that fight scene was absolutely GOAT. Not to mention, that fight scene inspired so many other anime to follow in that kind of direction when it comes to their fight scenes. So, if you ask me, Naruto is the godfather of how action anime came to be. Like, you could argue that Dragon Ball Z is this because, you know, it's the grandfather of all shonen anime. But when it comes to the fight scenes, I personally think Naruto is the inspiration behind every fighting anime out there, because of the fact they set a brand new standard of how fight scenes should be in anime. As for One Piece, they did a really good job of having a perfect balance of a very large cast. Because if you've seen One Piece, you will know for a fact that their cast is as large as the universe itself. Quite like their episodes.
So many episodes.
I'm not even halfway through. Anyway, they did a very good job of balancing an extremely large cast of people, because they had to get in a bunch of different characters and had given them different memorable meanings for every episode. Not to mention the fact that they also did a really good job of bringing characters back too. Like, honestly, I feel like this anime did a very good job of balancing a large cast and bringing characters back. Not to mention the backstories for characters and the world building. Definitely, it's up there with the best of the best. Now for Bleach. There isn't going to be a lot I'm going to say about Bleach, but this anime is inspired to write several really popular anime today. One of which being one of the anime that people consider to be a part of the new Big 3. That is Jujutsu Kaisen. Like, it has been confirmed that the writer took inspiration from Bleach when writing Jujutsu Kaisen. So, they took Bleach, did a similar style to it, and it paid off really, really well. Plus, I'm pretty sure that Bleach also inspired a game creator to make a game as well. I don't know how popular the game was, but it did inspire them to make a game, so it shows that Bleach is very inspirational for other creators. Alright, now it's time for the new Big 3. So starting off with Demon Slayer, it's out of this world art style and animation quickly grew in popularity. Plus, its simple and storyline made it easy to follow, but at the same time, it's very watchable for both old and new anime fans. Plus, also keep in mind that it came out not too long after the pandemic, or pretty close to the pandemic anyway. So people all were finding this anime and watching the hell out of it. So, kind of shows that it grew in popularity extremely quickly. Plus, don't forget that it's also won quite a lot of awards and nominations for awards as well. And it did sell a lot of manga, so kind of shows how decent Demon Slayer is. As for Jujutsu Kaisen, it caters very well to an experienced anime audience. Not as much as a new anime audience, however, it would be very good for someone who may be into horror. So let's say someone was really into the It movies, or maybe even, I don't know, maybe The Exorcist or something like that. Maybe the Annie franchise. You get what I mean. Like, this would be very good for horror anime, or horror fans, you know what I mean. The intense colour palette, gruesome curses, monsters, and horror-inspired grotesque scenes filled with blood, wrinkly veins, and disturbing monsters help draw an older audience into anime. So, it could also appeal to older people who want to get into anime. So, this can be a very good anime for older people. As for My Hero Academia, let's be honest, a large population of humanity loves superheroes. Whether you're Marvel or DC, you cannot deny that a large population of humans love superheroes. So it makes sense how My Hero Academia grew in popularity due to the fact that they have superheroes, their storyline is simplistic but appealing, and their power system is still absolutely GOAT. When it comes to impact, I personally think the Big Three, or the actual Big Three, not the fan-made Big Three, the actual Big Three is a lot better than this because of the fact that if you really think about it, the real Big Three inspired the other new anime to be as they are today. Without them, they have nothing. Like, they would still exist, but they wouldn't be as good without the original Big Three. So that's why I personally think that the new Big Three, no, they wouldn't be as good without the original Big Three. Time what I'm assuming most of you have been expecting. I'm going to be now going over sales. So I'm going to be going over which anime has made money the most. So, I'm going to start with the actual Big Three. Out of all of the anime, it's no surprise that One Piece has made the most money. Like, in terms of dollars, they have made 21 billion US dollars. So that makes it the most sold, well, the anime that's made the most money out of the Big Three. The second most was Naruto, who got 11 billion US dollars. And then third is Bleach, who got 7.2 billion US dollars. When you combine those numbers together, you get $39.2 billion. Or, if you are a UK watcher, it converts to 32,190,514,720 pounds. That is quite a large amount of money. Alright, so for the new Big Three, Demon Slayer has made 8.75 billion US dollars. That means it sold more than Bleach. It's made more money than one of the actual members of the Big Three. As for Jujutsu Kaisen, it only sold 133 million US dollars. And My Hero Academia did actually a lot worse. Like, it only got 33 million US dollars. When you combine that together, you get 8.241 billion US dollars. Or 6,766,577,584 pounds. Now that is insanity. Now you may argue the fact that the original Big Three made more money because it's been around longer, but that would be bullshit because of the fact that Demon Slayer made more money than Bleach, one of the original Big Three, and has been around a lot longer. So you can't really say that it's unfair to say that because the actual Big Three has been around longer because of the fact that Demon Slayer made more money. So if we were to rank them in the one that made the most money from the least amount of money, it would go One Piece, Naruto, Demon Slayer, Bleach, Jujutsu Kaisen, and My Hero Academia. And since we're doing a top 3, that would mean that the Big Three is better in terms of sales. Because if we were to do like top 3 or top 5, it still doesn't change the fact that in terms of majority, the original Big Three made more money because of the fact that the original Big Three took the top 2 spots. And then Bleach came in at number 4. So it kind of shows that the actual Big Three is better in terms of sales too. Now finally, I'm going to put each up against each other. So one of the original Big Three will go up against one of the new Big Three. So since people consider Demon Slayer the new Bleach, that's going up against each other. And since people consider Jujutsu Kaisen the new Naruto, I'm putting those two up against each other. But since there isn't any anime that is considered the new One Piece, I just kind of decided to throw My Hero Academia up against One Piece. May not seem like a fair comparison, but it's the best I could do. So, time to do Demon Slayer versus Bleach. While Demon Slayer has made more money than Bleach, I personally think that Demon Slayer's story is a bit too basic. Like, at least basic compared to Bleach. Bleach's story is very complex and very well detailed. Plus, I also feel like the life lessons you learn from Bleach hit harder than the ones you learn from Demon Slayer. Plus, not to mention the fights in Demon Slayer, while look better, I personally think the fights from Bleach have a lot more meaning behind the fights. So I personally think that if we were to judge the two, Bleach wins because of the fact that it just hits harder, the meaning behind the fights hits harder, and the reasons, the life lessons you learn, they just hit harder than Demon Slayer. I do love Demon Slayer though. I just feel like that Bleach does a better job, if I'm being totally honest. Plus, let's be honest, 1,000 Year Blood War was absolute GOAT. So, yeah, for this, I personally think that Demon Slayer loses, and Bleach is the clear winner. Next is Jujutsu Kaisen versus Naruto. Now, if you know me well, I'm just gonna come out and say it, Naruto's the clear winner. And I'm not just saying that because of the fact that it's my favourite anime of all time. I promise you I'm not. It's just the fact that Naruto has made a lot more money than Jujutsu Kaisen. That's just one example I can think of. The life lessons that you learn from Naruto also hit a lot harder. Plus, it impacts a lot more. Because of the fact without Naruto, fight just wouldn't be the same. Like, Naruto inspired anime to be more like Naruto in terms of fight scenes. So without Naruto, you don't really have a lot of current fighting anime. So Naruto is the reason that Jujutsu Kaisen kind of did well, if you catch my drift, because it did have some decent fight scenes. Plus, not to mention the fact that the characters in Naruto develop a lot more than Jujutsu Kaisen. I know it's a bit of an unfair comparison because Jujutsu Kaisen isn't even finished yet, but if I'm being totally honest, like, I have to give it to Naruto because of the fact that it develops more. The power system, I believe, is a lot better. Plus, the characters are just simply a lot more relatable and a lot more funny. Plus, let's be honest, who can beat like Sasuke, Jiraiya, and Kakashi in terms of popularity in Jujutsu Kaisen? Not many. Plus, the villains were a lot better, the fights were a lot better, and the world building was also a lot better. So, to me, Naruto is the clear winner. I know people are gonna be a bit pissy about it, but at the same time, in my opinion, Jujutsu Kaisen can't compare, not even surpass Naruto. So, that's that out of the way. Time to go over the last one, that being My Hero versus One Piece. This is even a question. One Piece is the clear winner because of the fact that it's done a lot better than My Hero Academia. It's won a lot more awards, gained a lot more money, and has a larger fan base. Not to mention all of the nominations and awards that they've won, plus all the movies that they've made, it cannot be ignored. Plus the character backstories, the fights could do a little bit better from where I'm at. I'm currently at, I'm at Marineford. So, yeah. The fight scenes could do a little bit more improvement, but still, One Piece is the clear winner compared to My Hero. Because of the fact that the character backstories, the world building, is just a lot better. Plus, it's made a lot more money and teaches you a lot more valuable lessons. I love My Hero, but One Piece is the clear winner here. So what you can take from this video is the fact that I personally think that the actual Big Three, not the fan-made Big Three, is better. Because of the fact of sales, purpose, impact, animation, money, everything. While these anime that people have fan-dubbed the new Big Three are still really, really good, it's impossible to compare them to the original Big Three because of the fact they've been around longer and are a lot more popular. So if you ask me, the actual Big Three is the clear winner. And now then guys, hope you enjoyed the video as much as I did. Be sure to let me know down in the comment section below if you enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. If you prefer the new Big Three or the old Big Three. Which of the Big Three is your favourite? And if you have any video suggestions for the future, be sure to let me know down in the comment section below. Also guys, don't forget that I have a new subscriber goal. So if we get to 400 subscribers, I will do 4 crazy ass dares that you submit to me either on Instagram or in the YouTube comments. So, if you have any pranks you want me to, well not pranks, dares. If you have any dares that you want me to do, then get me to 400 subscribers, leave your dare in the comments in any one of my videos, and I will do them when I hit to 400 subscribers. I'll go through all of them, pick one at random, until I've done 4 dares in one day. Did you enjoy the video as much as I did making it? If you did, be sure to give it a massive thumbs up, comment down below, share this video with a friend, and if you're new, subscribe to my channel. It's been Inferno today. Okay, that's all from me, so until the next time, this is Inferno, signing off. Bye!